All right, everybody, welcome back. We are live here at the NXL Mid-Atlantic Major. I'm Vince Cunningham from Let's Talk Paintball, joined by the legend himself, Thomas Taylor. How you doing?
Good, brother. Good. Happy to be here.
Yeah, awesome. So we have some great semi-pro action coming to you right now. We have Blast Camp versus the Padres and Arsenal versus Royal City Seadogs. So it should be a good one. A lot of great actions already gone on so far. Morning brackets are over, getting into the afternoon brackets. So thank you so much for tuning in, sticking around after the lunch break. So if you have any comments, throw them up in the chat. We'll be checking the chat as well all day long on NXL Live Facebook page. But other than that, how's the pro field look?
Yeah, I mean, the games are good. There's a lot of teams that over there winning. People would probably call upsets. So we're evening the playing field, and this is a good field for it.
Yeah, exactly. And we've had some long points now going on. So on your screen right now, you have Blast Camp breaking out 5 alive with Padres on your right-hand side.
Padres losing one off the Dorito side off the break.
Yeah, Blast Camp, from all the reports that I had heard, are just dialed in. They're looking to get kills early off the break and push the field.
Honestly, they're really good at that already. That is one of their strong points, is getting those early kills. And look at them just moving down the Doritos there, 5-on-4. I like them utilizing the center temple, going back and forth, locking off the field. Although
right now, Padres, though, matching that up, getting into the snakes. So
yep.
they're trying to, and moving down the Dorito side at the same time. So nice Dorito side battle developing here on the screen, trying to make it work.
Yeah, you can't really see each other there, but if you come out just a little bit, he can get a shot on him. I think he's just waiting for that guy to move forward.
And that's what we've seen all day long here, is either the snake side battle or the Dorito side battle, kind of back and forth, kind of pushing one side. So it looks like right now that Blast Camp's going to push the Doritos and Padres are going to push the snake side. So if you're in the snake 2 position and you're getting some pressure, what are you doing?
Well, so the snake should have gone earlier. Now that Blast Camp moved up into here, okay, see, now he can go again. There's that seat where he was standing before, that stand-up little brick or whatever you want to call it. It's really good to slow down the snake. The snake can go forward now, come in here, and he could have shot out the middle temple, and he can go to work. He should not be sitting back like that. If you're looking on your screen, on your right-hand side of your screen, you're going to see that guy back there. For the Padres, he's slowing the snake down, and now that guy gets shot out. So just, he had a chance to win the game there. He could have gone right up to the 50 snake, got a 2-pack, but look at this huge move down the Doritos. I know you guys are watching your snake, but Padres went all the way down, got himself 2, and Blast Camp's going to get a major out of the deal.
Wow.
So I think we now have a 1-on-1. Oh, no, were they calling him 2? Okay, they didn't get to pull one yet.
I think they're getting ready to pull Jackson Frey. Oh, no.
So they got to go back and see, because there was a Padre guy alive in this wedge over here when they called the major, but they didn't pull the player off the field. So will they give Padres the point or not? Because technically the guy should have been alive. They shouldn't allow the dead player to go shoot him. So we'll see what the refs call there.
Yeah, they're having a little conference over there to figure out what's going on. And again, kind of action going on both sides of the field. Jackson Frey was storming down the snake side at the same time that Padres player was storming down the Dorito side. So they kind of flipped the field on each other. And in a situation like that, Jackson Frey had no idea. We've seen that several times already, where teams or players are getting lost. Teams are swapping sides on the field. And we've had a foot race already twice to the buzzer.
Well, it's really easy. I mean, we have so many big bunkers in paintball now, and the way they're set up, you generally can't see what's going on the other side of the field. It's almost like there's 2 games going on.
Yeah. Another big developing story through here as we go through the morning. Blast Camp, who played this morning, penalty-ridden so far all over the field. And for specifically, it's cost a couple teams points, or a couple teams the match. Just, one penalty here, especially under 60 seconds, is now a swing point.
Right.
And semi-pro doesn't have ties. So semi-pros, if you get a tie, you have a tie on your record. There's no playing it out like there is in the pro division.
Got
for the
it.
men
Got
and
it.
the
So
women.
they're going to go forward if you're like 2-0-1 or whatever it's going to be. Well, sometimes that can help you, but a lot of times it hurts you because, it helps you in the point differential. It's not a negative, but it's not a plus either, right? So
exactly. So we're going to get a little clarification. We're going to get a little bit of a clarification from the refs here on what happened. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the Blast Camp had 4 players on the field, and then they got that major, and then all of a sudden they're all gone. So I'm not sure if there was another penalty that happened. We're going to find out from the refs what that was.
But it appeared that the Padres player had shot the middle guy in Blast Camp and then went and bunkered 2. One of the guys he bunkered got the major, pulling the last 2 Blast Camp players. The question is are they going to say that the Blast Camp player in the wedge, the Padres player in the wedge is alive or not? Because they were trying to pull the snake player out, right? So they were already calling the penalty before he went down and shot the wedge. So that's going to be ref's discretion, unfortunately, whether they decide to give the point to Padres or call it a no point.
Yeah, and clarification on that. So Blast Camp had some ties the first event, not this one. We were talking to them earlier today, and that's one of the things they were hoping to avoid was the ties like they got in the first event that almost kept them from moving on because their point differential wasn't as high. So still a little conference going on right now, trying to figure out. They're out there talking about it. We do have a head judge that'll walk by and give us an update on the penalty. But with that being said, on the field right now, we have Royal City Seadogs going up against Arsenal. So,
and Arsenal on the left-hand side of the screen.
Arsenal in their traditional plaid and red jerseys. They've had that style for a long time. Yeah, even dating back to the 7-man days.
Yeah, where's JC Whittington when we need him?
Yeah, and then
JC, you out there?
And then on the throw it back to people that don't know who JC Whittington is. Shout out JC Whittington.
Yeah.
And then Royal City Seadogs, team out of Canada, over here on the right-hand side in the white jerseys.
All right.
So we'll see what Arsenal can do.
I don't know if we got clarification of who got a point on that next one, but
not yet.
We're coming up on this point.
Yeah, they're working through it right now. I think they're still trying to figure it out.
Okay, you got Arsenal breaking out here on the screen. Looks like they're going to make it 5 alive.
And we've seen a big push here. It's kind of that back line plus the insert to the snake has really been the move for a lot of teams right now. A lot of teams that have tried to push the snake hard been getting shot out. So people are holding up early at the insert bunker.
It seems to be that more teams are winning down the Doritos and through this highway next to it. And big move by Arsenal. You can see up the top left-hand side of your screen all the way into the 400 and then getting backed up there. Did he make it alive?
It looks like he did. Ref not calling him out. Haven't seen the body. Oh, but he does push a little too hard into the Dorito 4. Tries to go past it. When he wraps, he got shot. So good kill by the Royal City Seadogs to get that player out of there.
So both teams were in the 400 there. The Royal City Seadogs got the kill. Then he killed the next guy.
And an absolute bomb going off right now on the Arsenal side as they lose 3 players.
So the Seadogs were also in the 400. He got the clean trade. He shot 2 more, and now they're just going through and cleaning up.
Wow, the Royal City Seadogs giving that player a little extra love. Number 7 from Arsenal gets his whole back blown apart.
So you guys can see on your screen here, like the snake side had no clue what was going on, but that is how this field's being played. You can't really tell what you guys are doing on the other side.
Yeah.
You're trying to control the chaos in front of you.
So trying to figure out right now with the refs what had happened with that previous point.
We'll see if they switch sides. You know, they got a point. If not, then and it looks like they are switching sides, so that should be a point for Padres.
So Padres coming back onto the field, and looks like Blast Camp going to be sending out the same 5, kind of their classic starting 5 there. Looks like got Soap, looks like got Jackson, looks like Nathan's out there as well. And hopefully, like I said, hopefully Blast Camp can bring it back. They had that point in the bag, and this penalties threw it away.
All right, so Padres up 1-0 here, and a crazy point, like you said, right at the end.
So on your screen now, big breakout from the Padres. As, again, kind of that classic breakout we've been seeing so far. Back 3.
And they're 5 alive, but they got a kill off the Dorito side on Blast Camp, and now they lose a Dorito. So we have a 4-on-4. Both teams losing a Dorito player. And as I said that, the Padres lose another one, and he gets a minor. So it is going to be a 2-on-4 real quick here.
So back and forth penalty battle going on right now.
Seems so.
As Blast Camp loses another one on their side as well. So, but Soap is all the way in the Doritos.
No, he got shot going in by the God bunker here. You guys calling that the God bunker, the snake entry?
The insert bunker.
Insert
to the snake.
The insert bunker looking crossfield. It's a great crossfield bunker. I mean, it really is. You see all those cuts over there. A lot of teams are going there off the break, and they're just looking inside, waiting to get a free kill and go. So we got a 2-on-3 situation here. Maybe a 2-on-2. Did he just shoot the corner?
He did. He shot the corner, I believe.
Wow, Blast Camp really throwing this one away. They had a 4-on-2 situation. And now it looks like they have no snake side. I'm trying to find him on the screen here.
And so this 1-2 punch is what we've seen. The stand-up bunker right here, the juice box, and then the insert bunker. As huge moves from the Padres. He goes from the insert bunker, leapfrogs his teammate all the way into the 50 snake. Wow. Ooh, I'm pretty sure he shot him.
Look at this. Good move over. That juice box or whatever people are calling it is a great bunker to stop the snake. But this guy can just pop the top and shoot him now.
So what are you guys calling that bunker on Infamous?
Ooh, they traded.
That's that juice box, that tall. But what are you guys calling that?
Oh, that's not a. Okay.
Oh, wow.
It's not our job to call that, but that was a clean trade. They should have just moved on there. So I think that's going to leave no bodies alive in another no-point situation.
Yeah.
We call
Padres
it,
and Blast Camp making it a match.
I think we call it the baby, which is no other team uses such name. But it's been like that since I got an Infamous.
Hey,
they got
the baby
random
brick.
names.
Yeah, it's the baby brick.
Yeah,
I get it.
The Infamous has had wild names since I got on the team. You just learn to adapt. I'm one of those players like playing chess. Just tell me what you want to call it. I'll just remember.
There we go.
You want to call it crazy names? I got it. I don't need to argue the names. Just give me a name. I'll remember.
So obviously the refs in the field doing a phenomenal job. They see things that we can't. Maybe they did see a little bit bang bang. Personally, I thought the Padres guy had gotten shot first on the engagement, and then when they snap back in and snap back out, they traded.
He did do a two first. So maybe we can't see from this angle. Maybe he got hit on the first one, but
yeah, hopefully we can. Like I said, we'll be able to get some clarification on what happened. Get the ref coming over here right now. What about the first point? What happened? Who got the point? Okay, Padres got the point. Okay, perfect. Okay, so clarification here from the amazing reffing staff we have here. So it is confirmed the Padres did get that first point because of that major on Blast Camp for playing on obvious hit. So they got a major for that. And when they went to pull another player, he was already shot. So that's why they pulled Jackson at the end.
Got it. Okay.
And then this last point is going to for the Padres and Blast Camp is going to be a no point because there's no players left on the field to hang the flag. So,
which means they'll be starting on the same side again. So we'll see Padres on the left and Blast Camp on the right.
Yep. So right now, still a 1-0 game for Padres and Blast Camp. But on your field now is going to be Arsenal and Royal City Seadogs. Royal City up by 1 after scoring a dominant point against Arsenal, who played really well at the Texas event. So good breakout right now. Heavy up the middle for Arsenal. And Arsenal is going to be in the red plaid jerseys. Royal City Seadogs is going to be in the lighter colored white jerseys. So big
both
push.
Both teams 5 alive there?
Both teams 5 alive, not losing anybody. Move out of the center home bunker of the tall Aztec to the canned bunker at the 30-yard line, trying to shut down any snake movement. They know that once Arsenal gets in the snake, they have an amazing snake attack. So they want to make sure that doesn't happen. But
and you notice, like they said, you went to the insert, they're looking cross, they have that can looking forward, and they're trying to just kind of cross up the field right there. Although he loses a gunfight with the insert bunker. So kind of sloppy there. You're supposed to just sit and wait for that guy to move. He engaged, got caught, and here comes Arsenal down the snake. Yeah,
Royal City Seadogs there, too aggressive. Great move, just too aggressive. Over-engaged there and got shot. But just like I said, as soon as they got that player out on the Royal City Seadogs, which is number 23, looks like Strickler getting shot out there.
Okay, pause real quick. So the Seadogs lost a Dorito guy, but I think it was a trade, and the guy didn't leave for Arsenal, so he took a friend with him.
Yep.
So now it should be a 3-on-2.
Another penalty going on. Number 7 here on Arsenal, storming down the snake side. That's number 7, Aruda, who played very good in Texas. Now on Royal City Seadogs side of the field, it's just a matter of time before he figures out where the bodies are and goes and gets it.
Yeah, he's going to get a free kill here. It's 3-on-1.
Oh, yeah, just destroys his pod pack. Great job for Aruda to stay alive there. I think there's one, maybe,
no, I think it's own team shooting at the
almost a little bit of team kill action there.
So hey, you know what? I want one more kill. Let's go to a 1-on-1.
Hey, that's the one thing we are seeing in this field is because of all those big structures in the middle, it's very easy for them to get lost, especially in your own team. So we did have a gnarly team kill today where there was a girl in the snake in the other side of the field. It happened in a WNXL match. One of the players moved up to the 50 brick and just roasted her own player, not realizing because she turned around to say something and she dotted her own player's eye. So again, I had one of your new teammates up here as well, Matt Rao.
Yeah,
a great pickup there for Infamous. I've been friends with him for a long time. What was it maybe that you guys seen in him that made you pick him up?
Well, he's been part of the camp for a little bit, right? So you get more looks on a player. He's just hungry. He's fast. He's the type of person, if he gets into the spot, he's going to go produce kills, right? So
absolutely.
He wanted a shot, and we gave him a shot at practice in Dallas, and he performed well at that practice. So, here's his opportunity, right? It's hard to make it in the pro league, especially when you got a bunch of old farts like myself still playing, right? So you got to bring up new players, and you got to give them reps. We brought in Jonah, we brought in other new players, Harrison Fry, and let them build their own. So he has a good opportunity.
Awesome and absolutely amazing, and I know I know he's absolutely excited about it too. Talk to him.
All right, Padres, 5 alive, double back center. Blast Camp losing their Dorito player.
As you commentator curse on the Padres player, he takes a dot at it as soon as you say it. So Blast Camp also losing a body. So 4-on-4 action right now.
4-on-3 maybe. I think that they just traded.
Blast Camp lose another player on top of that as well.
Yeah, so what happened is the Dorito players traded over there, so neither team has a Dorito player currently.
Wow. So great job here. Padres, little counterpunch action going on, trying to make sure that Blast Camp doesn't lock them down here in the Snake. Padres is another player, though, so the Snake player's on the island all by himself right now.
Well, no, look at Padres. Padres gets a free kill, moves up into 200, or to the Dorito 2, whatever you want to call it, Dorito 3. Blast Camp moving back across, big move across the field.
Yeah, I want to say it's
a 2-on-2.
Yeah, I want to say it's a 2-on-2 right now.
It is. Both teams in the Snake. Look at this move right here. We'll switch over to the Snake, guys. That should be a penalty. They're going to call it a trade. And so now we got a 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Nope, he shot. Yeah, it looks like the Blast Camp shot the Dorito player while we were watching the Snake battle go down. That should leave one alive.
Good job. So I think there's leaves one Blast Camp player alive to hang the flag. I think they're just checking off right now to make sure no one else is out there.
Well, he was bunkering. He was shooting out the Dorito player. His player came in bunker in the Snake, so he has no clue that Snake player is dead.
Good job. It looks like that's going to be soap there to hang the flag clean. And like I've said time and time before, you don't have to be the player making all the moves. You just got to be the last player alive to hang the flag.
Amen.
That's a lot of times that's what I do. I'm just sitting in the back and I just let all the young guys do all the moves, and then I go, all right, cool. I'm just going to walk this flag in real quick.
Hey, you look like the hero, right?
Yeah, that's right. A lot of points scored on this side from sitting in the back with the good communication. So
those two teams keep that battle. They're pushing the Doritos really hard, and they're just trading out, and then it's after that dust settles, who's going to win the point, right? The major that happened that was over there, the 1-on-1 stalemate, right? You're looking at all their actions kind of going down there, and then it's secondary into the Snake.
Absolutely. And when you're talking about kind of that bang bang action you like to see, they're definitely doing it right. So both games 1-1 here after some penalties and after some action that kind of back and forth we talked about, leaving no players left alive. So close matches, which we would love to see. I heard there was some blowouts over on the semi-pro field, or not some blowouts, but the pro field.
Yeah, so some teams are winning some. DMG just won a match. Uprising just beat X Factor. So some of those bottom teams in the bottom four, teams trying not to get relegated. I know it's early in the season to be saying that, but are winning matches, so it's going to be a good season. All right, Arsenal losing their Snake corner off the break. And
running ref coming in, checking their Dorito player. Oh, and pulls the Dorito player out too.
So they lose both wide guys, making it a 3-on-5 situation.
And now they're stuck in the pocket trying to get out. This can player trying to wheel and deal to get through there. He's trying to figure out some move.
But yeah, over on the pro field, you're watching things even out. Diesel won a match. Like I said, DMG won a match. Uprising won a match. So it's really going to even things out over there.
Yeah, Arsenal throws in the towel there, so Royal City Seadogs get that point. So
that was solid by Royal City Seadogs. They got 2 kills off the break, and then they just never let them fill outside, sealed the deal. I think they won that one 5 alive.
Yeah, and the other thing is about a lot of these Royal City Seadogs guys played in the OPL and the Canadian League, and they have some NXL experience as well, different divisions. So seeing them come out here and do really well, it shows the true strength of paintball all over North America, including in Canada. So I know Edmonton Impact, obviously a huge Canadian team, and half that team's about Canadian. So this whole team, I believe, is all Canadians.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
So I'm excited to see what's going to happen with the Padres and Blast Camp here, because they just keep kind of going. They go back and forth, back and forth. Looks like Padres is going to go with that same starting 5 they've been starting with. And
right, you're going to be watching Blast Camp breakout on your screen here. Looks like a 2-1-2 situation. Big guns up.
Yeah, for Padres, Cyril Akita has been doing a phenomenal job out there. Former pro also at one point in time.
Blast Camp losing their whole Dorito side, but filling out from the back center. They're still in good position, even though they're down 3-on-5.
Yeah.
Yep, look at he gets a kill off the Dorito side. Like I said, they're still in good spots to be down 3-on-5. They got up here into this wedge. Padres haven't pushed the snake yet. Big
Yeah.
move up the middle by Blast Camp. We're not watching that on our screen. We're watching the Padres. Padres lose another one, though, so great move. Now we have a 3-on-3. Blast Camp having a solid point here after losing 2 quick off the break. They've got 3 kills.
Yeah, Soap up
Yep.
the center here for Blast Camp.
Just
Absolutely going
crushing
to
it.
town.
Yes. But he didn't see the snake slide in.
Wow. And the snake guy lets him have it.
Oh. Wow. So I gotta feel bad for Soap there. I mean, they were down 3-on-5. He goes through, shoots like 3 dudes, and then just forgets to, be mindful of the snake.
But look at this. Number 12 was Sacheks. Was number 12 from the Seadogs, or Padres, excuse me, running down the field, closing it out, getting 2 big kills, which was almost curtains for them. So you can try to give that guy some love. So Steve, I can't say your last name. I'm going to try to pronounce it after this match is over. I'll get the phonetics pronunciation of it.
Yep, not even going there. That's a great job by him, right? He lost all his teammates. They went from being up 5-on-3 to down 2-on-3. He slides into the snake, shoots all 3 dudes, seals the deal.
And Blast Camp in the pits right now, not happy. Jay Frey letting his team have it a little bit, trying to get them to turn up. Like, you guys cannot fall asleep right now. He's telling them, get live, get pumped. Don't let them come back on us. We had that game. And that's the kind of stuff they need to be telling them right now, but they also need to get out of their own heads. See, one of the things in Florida that they had an issue with is they got down on themselves in the pits, and then the whole weekend was kind of rough for them. So,
30 seconds.
all right, so 11:47 left on the clock for Arsenal right now. Really, again, another great game between Royal City Seadogs and Arsenal, keeping it close. So plenty of time for them to come back, plenty of time for them to bring this back. But Royal City Seadogs just looking good.
10 seconds.
All right, 10 seconds here on the breakout.
All right.
Wide shot here, so watch both teams break out.
Game on.
Seadogs on your left. Big move to the little wedge off the break. Looks like they get shot going there, though.
It picks him up.
So Arsenal up 5-on-4.
So kind of a standard, almost mirrored up a little bit. The only difference is right now they have a player in the tall baby brick instead of the insert. So
Arsenal making double moves outside, filling out to the snake and Dorito corners. Spreading the field.
Ref was bird dogging that corner player pretty hard. See if he got hit.
Oh, he's still going in to check him again. Second check.
All right, hey,
He's clean
safe.
on both of them.
Oh, so on the Dorito side right here, see that player in the big what's that, Dorito 2, Dorito 3, trying to move up through Dorito 4. At the same time, Arsenal makes a big move into the snake.
And you look at this, Royal City Seadogs are really not in position to stop the snake. They're not in any bunker to slow him down, so he has free reign over here. I mean, Arsenal did just lose a Dorito player, but if this snake player wants to go to work, nothing can stop him. He could just go and shoot everybody. Like, he's sitting like there's someone that can shoot him. There is no one that can shoot him.
Yeah, because right now at the corner can't see the complete outside of the wire, can't protect him, so he can just go to town right now if he wants to.
The snake inserts cross. Even if he was heads up, he really couldn't do much about it. So we got ourselves a 4-on-4.
Yep, Doyle here in the snake, number 11, shooting cross, trying to get that kill. He sees the Dorito player and Dorito 3, trying to get him out of there, but
Arsenal losing another Dorito player. That insert bunker from the snake shot out two Dorito players so far.
wow. So Royal City Seadogs doing an amazing job right now. 4 players alive still, working slowly to get those players out. I don't think Doyle understands that he's the last player alive.
And he's going to get himself bunkered.
Oh, and a little extra love on top of that. Royal City Seadogs letting everybody have it out here.
Point approved.
So, unfortunately,
So like I was saying earlier, like this, that the Arsenal player got in there, no one looking, decides to stop at Snake 3 and hang out for a while. Decides to go to the 50 Snake and hang out. If he just came up here, he could have shot 2 or 3, but he waited until all his Dorito players were dead and then decided to make the move. There's no one stopping you, man. Go win the game.
Yeah.
You don't have to go look inside. I mean, it's unfortunate, you can go make moves.
So, so if you're right now, Arsenal's down 2 points. If you're Arsenal, what are you telling them to do? Are you telling them exactly in the situation, the snake push? Or are you telling them, we got to push the middle more? The middle's been pretty
Honestly,
strong.
on this field, they got a lot of time. Work on trying to pick one side to get a kill off the break, get that early kill, and then filter up on whatever side that
30
is.
seconds.
You're not in rush. You're not in rush mode yet, right?
Yeah.
And you really haven't got blown out. You got a couple guys losing gunfights, so just get that early kill, see what you can exploit. and then make a good push. Because really, even if it takes you 3 or 4 minutes to score that 1 point, it's not that big of a deal. Then then you're only down by 1.
Yeah, Blast Camp really needs to pick it up here. Coming out a little flat so far, but making some great moves up the middle.
Let's see. Both teams.
5-on-5 paintball right now.
Well, Blast Camp got caught on their secondary coming out of the whatever you guys are calling the juice box, I guess. They doubled it up though. I haven't seen many teams double that bunker up. So you can see on your screen here that player that's right here in this bunker right there, the Blast Camp, they doubled that up and he tried to release out of there, got caught on the inside.
Yeah, so that stand-up closet little mini brick structure where he's at right there on your screen.
Padres losing their Dorito can, so now it's a 4-on-4.
Which is...
Blast Camp moving down the Doritos quick and feeling over into the snake insert. I like this. They're really spread well. Both teams are spread evenly across the field. It's probably going to be who gets caught slipping or who gets caught in the next gunfight.
Yeah, great move out from the Padres from that stand-up baby brick to the snake insert bunker. But again, getting, right now, Soap is stuck in the middle in that can, trying to get those shots. And that's the sacrifice. You have to either make the big moves or sit tight because, unfortunately, getting trapped like that, they're going to allow the Royal City Seadogs the Padres to come storming down the snake side.
Well, and the way he's playing that can, it's almost like someone cautioned the snake on him or called caution the snake because he's shooting like he's trying to stop the guy from crawling around snake 3, and then he's trying to do the bounce shot into the 50, and then they're not even in the snake, right?
Yeah.
So either he got the wrong information or he's just like, I don't want to get surprised by this dude, right? So now he has a chance. If he stays on that gun, he should be able to pick this dude up right here. If that dude plays sloppy, we'll see.
It's the bounce shot off of that bunker, which goes into the snake. And it looks so he's kind of come off that lane. So he was on it at the wrong time. Okay. Looks like he's picking it back up, trying to head check. But at the same time, Padres have a player into Dorito 1, holding it down. Blast Camp has a player in the Dorito 4, so the fourth Dorito there on the top of your screen, the large one, at the 40-yard line. So great inside move from the Padres.
Padres might just got shot. He got shot.
Great
Dorito
shot.
4 was wrapping around, caught him, and now he's in their Dorito. Blast Camp goes to their side of the field.
Did they pick him up? Running ref coming in.
Oh, he got bunkered anyways. Oh, I think he should have filled forward there. Did he get caught going across?
Wow.
See, he should have filled forward. Don't go across there. There's too many bodies up the field. That's going to leave him in a 3-on-1, right?
So, unfortunately, I think there's only one player left alive for Blast Camp as the 3 bodies walk off at the same exact time. And he's going to launch.
Big move. He's going all the way down. He's in their corner.
He's going to overcommit. Unfortunately, he should have stopped at the Dorito 1. But instead, he decided to go all the way to the can. And when he overcommitted, Padres player here in the snake corner was able to put it on him. So good job. So good job by the Padres there to close that game out, to make sure that, because Blast Camp was up bodies in that situation. So just Blast Camp's going to put it together right now.
Yeah, it felt like Blast Camp was going to win that one. They were down on bodies, but they filled out to the Doritos. They got up the Doritos really well, got that elimination, but then as it broke down, they filled across field instead of filling up the field, and it just didn't work. Snake was already in their cross. They were already in the 300 cross or the Dorito 3. I hate to say rookie mistakes, but kind of a rookie mistake. You just got to go forward, not cross. Come right up in here, make sure you at least get this kill. Leave your team in a position to put it down to a 1-on-1.
So trying to go through Arsenal's roster real quick. Jonathan Adkins, Nicholas Adkins, Austin Aruda, got Amir Bonmad, got Michael Doyle, John Fram, Kenny Frank, Ryan, looks like Kutchie, got David Munoz and Stacy Smith out there for Arsenal. We'll get to the rest of the rosters.
You're watching Arsenal break out right now. Going 3 snake side off the break. They lose one of those players, and then a quick move up the middle.
Wow. Straight to looks like the 40-yard line wedge on the Doritos side.
And that move's there all day if they don't go snake can cross, because you can just run out that little temple. But Arsenal losing the gunfight inside there. So now they're down 3-on-5.
And as you can see here on your screen, They do still have 2 players in the back right now trying to lock down the Snake side and the Dorito side and letting that center guy do some work. But unfortunately, it looks like they're going to kind of lock it down. They're really not doing much. They're staying behind their guns. They know right now that they need to come up points. Oh, and unfortunately taking the slow walk off as the Royal City Seadogs player storms up the Dorito side.
Seadogs going to work.
Good point by the Seadogs. Really putting it on right now. So this game right now we have I believe it's 4-2 Padres up on Blast Camp. So yeah, a bunch of great stuff happening over here on the semi-pro W1XL Premier Field. We have this great BKI award. So similar to the Golden Barrel like the pros have, we have this fully functioning powerhouse BKI rig that's engraved, custom, everything. So players win that. It was Tata from Destiny. Blanco played the Snake for Destiny. The first event won it. We also have some Let's Talk Paintball tank dangle collaborations. So custom 1 of 5 tank dangles for move of the day. And we've seen a couple of those so far. So getting an update from the ref here. Okay, what's the scores? All right, so 3-1 on the score right now. So Padres are still leading Blast Camp.
Both teams try to go into the Snake wedge. Padres lost their body. Blast Camp's still alive. And Padres also losing 1 on the Dorito side. Make that 2 on the Dorito side. They're falling like flies. So I think it's a 4 or 5 on 2.
Yeah, Blast Camp knows they have to push right now. They're pushing into guns. It's the only way that they're gonna pull this out. Oh, but Soap makes a big move, misses the Dorito player, and unfortunately gets shot in the process.
Another player going through the middle, and that should be it. They're going to put a point on the board, make it 2-3 on the comeback.
Yep, and that's going to be number 7 from Blast Camp running in there to hit the flag. So great job, Blast Camp. We got John Eckert, Andrew Giralti. We got Jackson Frey, Cody Lopola, John. They call it's so John has a very long last name, but everyone calls him Soap. So if you're referring to Soap, that's Chapa. But everyone calls him Soap. Got Kyle Bayron, and then Nathan Abdul-Hassan, and then Alex Kutchard. And they're coached by Jesse Morales. So they're out of Blast Camp. So good job for Blast Camp here getting up on that one.
Yep, so they're only down by 1 now. Plenty of time left in the match to score that. But this game a little different, right? What are we here, 4-1?
Yeah, right now, Royal City Seadogs running away with it. Royal City Seadogs got Mark. Mark's got a wild name. We're just going to call him Golowski. Clayton Rizzardo, Dylan Rizzardo, Kevin Sheena, Connor Smith, Devin Stickler.
Hey, you're watching Arsenal break out here?
Derek Welts for Seadogs. But Arsenal breaking out.
Derek Welts. Oh, I played with him and against him over the years up in Canada.
Yeah. So very familiar faces. Huge bite for Arsenal on the Dorito side.
Both teams snake 3 off the break and made it.
Wow. Arsenal being the aggressor here, getting into the 50 snake.
Okay, let's see. He's trying to wrap around and get the shot on this guy. The can on Seadogs. Oh, my goodness. 2 quick deaths. So this Seadog Snake player is really on his own as Arsenal comes into their Dorito 4.
Oh, and he's going to absolutely demolish. So good job by Arsenal Snake player demolishing Seadog Snake player. Seadog's Snake player puts his head down, shakes it. Just what is going on right now?
Got ourselves a 5-on-1. Desperation run out to the Snake corner. He's going to get lit up.
Oh, and he's going to get a couple extra, too.
Yep, that's going to be a penalty. You can shoot them running off. You can't shoot them on the sideline.
Yeah, you can't shoot them when they're in the pit. And the Royal City Seadog player said, I'm not shaking your hand, homie.
No.
Yeah, no.
No.
So So what you just saw there, what happened was essentially the snake player was not shot, but players going out, if they run into a lane, that's one thing, right? But you cannot specifically target players walking out to the sideline, especially close to the pits, and light them up. Not something the refs like too much, so you're going to get called for that every time.
Right.
But Arsenal, again, good putting one up on the board, so making that one a little closer. 2-4 on that one.
Right. Well, they were real aggressive. They took the snake and basically the Dorito 3 off the break, and then they just pushed hard.
30 seconds.
Yep, Padres up on Blast Camp. Blast Camp needs to do exactly what they did last time. They need to come out fast, come out strong, and they need to take a point away, because at this point, Padres just running away with the point spread. So, but Padres looking good. And the kind of here, Padres, a lot of people aren't familiar with them, but Padres is the a merger of the old Wolfpack team from played previous seasons.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay, good for them. So Wolfpack still exists.
Yep, the Wolfpack still exists, but they're just called the Padres now.
All right,
So,
Padres breaking out over here on your screen. Looks like they made it 5 alive. Blast Camp also 5 alive. Everybody's rolling their guns.
yeah, big move from Blast Camp into the 50 brick to try to shut down the Padres right now. And he made it clean. But it looks,
So they make that, but they lose their snake player.
and they lose one from Blast Camp as well. So it looks like 4-on-4 battle right now.
Padres are still 5 alive. That
Oh,
guy
that's-
just slipped into the Doritos.
That's right. They have slipped in the drill. They have 2 in the back center.
Yes.
I didn't see that.
It's 5-on-4. But Blast Camp has some ground, right? So they're not in a bad spot. Soap fills back. He gets into the right spot to slow down the snake.
Soap over there.
Padres going up the Doritos. Now into the Dorito 3.
Well, Padres screaming he
so
shot a
the
player.
snake inserts. He's saying he shot the center 50 from the Blast Camp, but none of the refs are going to check him. So, bro, if you got him, move on. You're gonna have to shoot him again.
If you really got it, go run him down.
Well, they're going. Here they come. Here comes the bunker move that we were talking about.
There we go. And he gets it. Oh, and Blast Camp punishes that player. So Jay Frey not wanting his player to get bunkered.
So we got ourselves a
unfortunately.
4-on-3 now.
Yeah, 2 players drop off for Blast Camp.
No. Hey, Padres just lost their Dorito guy, so we got a 3-on-3.
3-on-3. Ref checking the player in the can on the Dorito side. Calls him clean. So Padres moving into the snake, trying to take the ground right now.
Padres losing both of their other players as Blast Camp wraps the Dorito 4, but he gets shot by the snake player, so we got ourselves a 2-on-1.
Oh, but Blast Camp player ran down, got too aggressive, unfortunately, in the.
Oh, now it's going to be a 1-on-1.
My, and he gets a free
Yep,
kill.
now it's a 1-on-1. So it was a 3-on-1. Now it's going to be a 1-on-1.
Wow. And uncharacteristic death there by Soap. Didn't keep his head on a swivel, looked the wrong direction, and unfortunately it cost
Look at the
it.
wind just blew over the net, snapped the poles in half. That was a
Wow.
crazy gust of wind. I didn't feel much, but those poles snapped. And here we go. He's going to get his 3rd kill. He's going to win a 3-on-1. Great move. But you can see on the screen there, this gust of wind that came through, we didn't really feel it, but it snapped both those poles.
Yeah, looks like
Wow.
Kutzner from Padres, I believe, is going to. He got 3 players that match.
And he is pumped like he should be.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's
when you win a
Chris
3-on-1,
Kutzner.
Matt Marshall, we need 3 coins over here.
Yeah.
3-on-1, we need 3 coins.
So I believe we are going to take a minute as they assess the polls here for the field.
Yeah, those paintballs are going to be going straight into the parking lot. I mean, they kind of go anyways off the bounce shot,
Yeah.
but now they're direct lines.
So we're going to figure out here what they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to take a technical timeout. I don't know what they're going to do here, but
I think they're going to have to take a technical timeout. I don't know what else they can do.
yeah, wind is super strong over here too. We don't feel it that much. Obviously, we have the nets blocking us, but yeah, it looks like
Yeah, we got 2 fields and like 12 pits blocking our section.
yeah.
But if you look out there, look over there for all the vendors. Look at those flags.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, if you're just tuning in, you haven't seen any of the matches this morning. I'm Vince from Let's Talk Paintball, joined here by paintball legend Thomas Taylor from Infamous. Now, let's talk about. So, you have a signature series coming out. That's an amazing color scheme. Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah, I got my Fuel by Fire line. I created that about 3.5 years ago after our our town, Paradise, burned off the face of the earth. It was the most devastating fire in recorded U.S. history. And then off that, we just did, we built some special markers and done some special things. And then we come up with a specific anno that everybody loves. And anytime a new marker comes out, I fuel by fire it. So we've done 170s and GOs and CSs, and we'll be doing the LV2s here shortly. So we run that, and I do a bunch of Thomas Taylor stuff on my website, and I do special jerseys to help fund our kids' schooling. So, if you're out there and you want to see some cool stuff and support, go to thomastrolltaylor.com.
That's awesome. And so we are going to take a technical time out here. So thank you so much for everybody tuning in. I know, Thomas, that you are busy.
Yeah, I got to head over and watch a game. We're about to play at 3:45, so I got to get some work done. So I appreciate it.
When we come back, it will be just me, Vince from Let's Talk Paintball. We'll talk about a couple different stuff. But thank you so much for coming over. You're an absolute legend. I've been watching you for years, so it was great just to sit here and talk to you. So we'll be back right after this break.
What's up? How's it going? Loving this field. Loving the grass. I can see these guys all making quick secondaries. And, Arsenal, being a very old franchise name, is definitely holding their franchise title and being really aggressive up the middle here, stacking up at the 50s, getting into the 50 snake with only one kill on the field, but it looks like they're in position to peel off the rest of these bodies here.
Yeah, and if you're just tuning in, this is a continuation from the break. We had to take a technical break for a little bit, but we are back. So Arsenal down 2-4. Royal City Seadogs really putting or hurting on Arsenal. And that was close. The Seadogs player run through the center to try to get that snake player, but unfortunately, almost got a penalty.
Absolutely, and Seadogs actually do get a penalty on the other side of the field here, giving Arsenal the quicker point they needed on this comeback. I would guess that Arsenal is going to have to go back to the pit and talk about all those bodies they lost coming up the field. They were set up everywhere, but yet they dropped a couple zones and almost lost that. But due to a penalty by Seadogs, last Arsenal player going in there and hitting the flag.
Yeah, and one of the things we talked about was on this field specifically, players getting lost quite a bit. So that case, Arsenal took a deep breath. He was making sure that he knew where all the bodies were and that the game had devolved and broke down to no bodies left to hang that, because right now Arsenal really needs to point. That being said, though, they now 3-4, only down by 1. So that's still a game. Coming out next is the Padres in Blast Camp. On the other hand, Padres is up by 2 right now, 4-2. Blast Camp trying to fight back, but struggling with penalties right now on the afternoon bracket.
Yeah, penalties is a tough one because oftentimes that's something that you do to yourself. Not always, but either way, that's something that Blast Camp can put back into control. The game is not that separated to the point where Blast Camp can't come back into this game, especially, as you said, on a field where you can lose a lot of people. There's a lot of big bunkers in the middle, a lot of moves to be made later in the game. And so if Blast Camp gets those penalties under control, I can easily see them coming back and tying this game.
10 seconds.
Absolutely. And right now, it's going to rely on a full court press from every player on Blast Camp. They can't just rely on 1 or 2 players.
And Padres double stacking the center, both shooting the Dorito side and getting into the God bunker, whereas Blast Camp getting out to the snake corner and then up the middles of the field.
Also, running ref coming in. So that looks like that double stacking Dorito worked. And
speaking of
penalties.
Wow. Blast Camp with another penalty, as Padres are really locking up this side of the field, but they might be losing a player here, 2 players on the snake side, causing this to be an almost even game with Blast Camp having more ground. However, the Padres player moving down the D side has been lost. And even though Blast Camp is flying down this snake side right now, this is still an even game with the Padres in the Blast Camp side of the field.
He doesn't realize that yet. He picked him up. But he gets shot in the butt. What is going on?
And a one-handed trade-off, and Blast Camp ties this up with 1 body alive.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the 4th or 5th time we have seen teams spin the field on each other. So Padres had no idea there was another player left alive on the Dorito side, and Soap making the big move down the middle to hang that flag, putting Blast Camp back a little closer. So, hey, ref, what's the score? So even with the penalty, they still get the point. So just clarifying on some scores, if you're just tuning in now. So 4-3 Seadogs.
And one of the things I always find interesting on every layout is team identity. Every team sort of has a different way that they see and play the field and the way that they want to play their players. On a field like this where chaos can happen on both sides, where there can be a couple quick kills and someone can get really far, whether on the D side, the middle, or the snake side, comparatively to the pro division, sort of like the NFL versus college football, semi-pro oftentimes has a little bit more chaos, and this field can definitely come down to a lot of big moves.
All right, exactly. So good breakout here for both teams. Aggressive breakout from Arsenal into the snake. And that move seems to be working for them really well.
Yeah, second time in a row he's made the snake here after that break. And
all the way to the 50 snake there.
Absolutely, straight to 50 snake, meaning to me that Padres were dropping a zone there because they had two players in position to stop this player from getting to the 50 snake. And now he's in there and everyone's turning their back to him. So if he really wanted to make a big move here, he could crawl all the way down the snake and win this game by himself. But he's playing disciplined and allowing the rest of his Arsenal players to get up into the 50 on the Dorito side, to get out of the back center. And so now Arsenal has a great spread across this field in the 50s.
Yeah, and I think they're trying to pick up this snake player. They know he's there now, and they're trying to move out to get... Oh, but does he get caught over sliding? So right now, Arsenal...
That 50 snake player is calling out the move into the further Dorito 3. They are matched up, Arsenal on the other side, but in my estimation, this snake player in the 50, after that corner died, he's had many opportunities to come win this game on the snake side and probably shoot out multiple players. However, Arsenal now playing a 4-on-3 and seeming to have this in control, but being a point down still, they need to be cognizant of winning this point and also giving themselves enough time to not go to overtime.
So that's another thing, too. So Aruda here for Arsenal, several times he's stopped at that 50 structure and not pushed forward. Obviously, there's a bounce shot in there that he's worried about, but he has free reign to move down. And he's trying so hard to get that bunker or to get that Dorito side guy where his teammate just runs the guy down. So now freeing up, we see Aruda moving into the snake a little deeper here. Definitely a move that he could have made sooner, though.
Absolutely, and Arsenal was well in control of that game from start to finish. Their breakout, their ability to control the fills out from the pocket, and honestly, them being able to go back and look at this game later, seeing the opportunities that they had to really make that a 20 to 30 second point in the setup, and also on the other end of the spectrum, not being able to control those zones once you get to your primary bunkers inside. And so, that point definitely played forward off the chaos, heads up a little bit, but there could have been a lot more control from either team there.
All right, so for the Blast Camp game, we have about 3 minutes and 55 seconds left. Blast Camp down only by 1 point, bringing it back. Only a minute 30 left in the Arsenal match, and it's tied up there. So let's see if Blast Camp can tie this game up with the Padres. You got 3 minutes, 55 seconds, plenty of time to do it.
Yeah, and if they take that extra penalty away from their previous points, the Padres also got a penalty, which evened it up and gave Blast Camp the edge there. So if Blast Camp can stay away from penalties this point, it looks like they have the edge in this game right now, even though they're down a point.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
We're looking at Blast Camp's breakout now, and they have a player running the snake corner and then delaying into the snake, which they lose. So Blast Camp loses their first attacker on the snake side and then loses another out of the middle. So not looking great for Blast Camp right now. If you're the coach, you might be thinking of conceding here. However, a Padres player walks out of the middle, looking like a 4-on-3 for Padres, as they are all shooting outside, leaving the middle completely open. And Blast Camp has a player up in the 50 structure on the Dorito side.
Yeah, great move here into the snake. They know they only have
60 seconds just timed. And Blast Camp loses another body. I think Blast Camp right now, relying on these two players to win this 2-on-4 is really all they can do here with the under the 60 seconds. They sort of missed their opportunity to concede the point here. But these Blast players need to realize that the Padres are on defense right now, even though they're coming down the field looking for the trade. Padres really going for the win here, overextending maybe a little bit as they take out the Dorito player, and the Padres lose 3 bodies, and that's why you don't really need to push forward in a 4-on-2.
They need to run this point in right now.
It is a 1-on-1 as both players turning either side of the field, something we've seen quite a lot as the Blast player looks like he's going to get that clean, and they tie up the game.
What an amazing run by the Snake player. I want to see who that is. He flew so fast, I didn't see his jersey number. So he did hit the buzzer, but after he did hit the buzzer, Padres player realized what was going on and shot him. He definitely hit that buzzer.
Absolutely, 100%. And I think that the Padres really need to, they can't focus on it now because they're about to play a tie game and probably go into overtime with this low amount of time. Yeah, as the point gets approved there. And the Padres coach complaining about the player who hung the flag getting shot, but he looks completely clean from our angle.
He did. That player did hit the buzzer clean.
And from the Padres' perspective, there, understandably, they smell blood in the water. They realize they're up points. They want to take some ground, but there needs to be some discipline from either those back players or some of the further up players to realize their job in that point is to protect the buzzer, which they failed at.
So Royal City Seadogs here on the screen, getting ready for a breakout. This match all tied up. It was originally all Royal Seadogs putting a hurting on Arsenal, but Arsenal's clawed and fought their way back.
I love it.
Yeah, that technical timeout probably gave them a little bit of a breather to recenter, kind of realize what they were doing, edit some of those mistakes, and now hopefully coming out to.
Absolutely. The team that's losing always gets the advantage from a big break like that. And so Arsenal definitely got to retool. And as they go to the Snake a 3rd time in a row, which you would hope that Seadogs would have keyed up on, as it might have been his 4th time in a row, as their Snake player shoots the Dorito on the Seadogs side. Seadogs make a fill out to the Snake corner to match the Snake, but Arsenal loses 2 players, and Seadogs out in this corner over here, able to control the Snake and protect his Snake player. What a great individual play in the Snake here.
So Aruda is getting pinched out right now. Paintballs everywhere. They know he's there. They're trying to shoot his pod pack right now from that crossfield shot. Oh, but they finally do get him. So good job, good teamwork there by the Seadogs to pinch out that player in the Snake for Arsenal, and now taking his spot. That's what you want to shoot and steal, right?
Absolutely. And this being a chaos field, Seadogs did a really good job at rolling with the chaos, being able to make those quick fills, but also being able to reconnect with each other in terms of communication after, whereas Arsenal went out there playing pretty individualistic and never really reconnected to figure out what the rest of the field was, and that giving that Seadogs that extra 1 point, that's a really big deflation of the Arsenal's comeback.
Absolutely. So I think we got the times mixed up here, and I apologize for that. So Blast Camp Padres game had the minute 30. That's why we heard the 60 seconds. Mm-hmm. And the Royal City Seadogs and Arsenal game had the 3 minutes 55 seconds. So
plenty of time here for the for Arsenal to have a really slow, controlled point within this 2+ minutes, and being able to play within the Seadogs' control here, but they really need that 1 point to tie it up. And Blast Camp being up a point now, tied a point now, they definitely get the nod when it comes to the advantage on the momentum side of this game.
So here's the thing, though, on the semi-pro field, there is ties, so they don't go into overtime unless it's in the later rounds.
So more reason to go for it here.
Wow, they absolutely demolished the Padres player on the Dorito side off the break. Soap already onto the Padres side of the field, wheeling and dealing. Let's see what he can do. Oh, but he does.
But as you can see, all the Blast Camp players really going for it. As a major goes up on the Padres side, which would mean
it was on Blast Camp. So Soap runs through the middle, raises his hand like he was hit, checks his arm, it bounced, and shot the player in the back center and hung it.
Well, as I watched him check his arm there, and it did not bounce. And so that's a really tough mental dropping of the ball there for Blast Camp, as what is that, their 6th or 7th penalty within that match. And so that was a very unnecessary penalty to get there, a little bit greedy. And now with a major, that gives the point right to the Padres when that could have been a tie game, which is huge. which is huge when it comes to point spread. And so, Blast Camp really is going to need to come back together and figure out how they can stop playing so individualistic.
So that comes down to a mindset thing, right? That comes down to, in a situation like that, yes, you don't have a lot of points, but it's only their first match of the day, right? So in that situation, could they have just taken the tie and then moved on, right? Instead, they try to go for it at the end, which I get doing that, right?
Yes,
I absolutely get doing that. But in a situation like this, as penalized as they've been, maybe going for the point there was not the move.
Yeah, and it seems like they're and that's where this field layout comes into play. When we're talking about a chaos field, a lot of times where players don't have a lot of information on the field, you're either going to do one or two things. You're going to play into the chaos or you're going to play fearful. And a lot of times it's hard to play into the chaos and then revert back into playing disciplined to get that mind switch to turn on and off, whether I'm being disciplined, whether I'm being chaotic. And so, with a little bit less experience, it's harder for people to turn that switch off. And it seemed like Blast Camp was doing a great job playing into the chaos, but in the times where they could have reeled it back and not gotten a penalty, not played on, maybe stopped and checked that extra hit, that's where they weren't flipping that switch.
Yeah, so that is unfortunate for the Blast Camp. So that will be a swing point to the Padres. I believe that's going to end up giving Padres to win there. So on the field now,
Snake off the break by both teams, but lost one. Arsenal player makes it again for the 6th time.
Oh, running ref coming in. Oh, you have to be careful. He's got that hand on the pocket. Oh, but he is clean, though.
He actually got shot crawling through that next gap, but Arsenal really needs this point here. They stack up on the Dorito side 50 and the 50 Snake. This is really going to be the time for Aruda to sort of get down that Snake side as the Seadogs do make it out to the corner, and he's going to make it a little bit harder to wrap on the Seadogs side. But Aruda's up into the Seadogs side of the field as the Seadogs are doing a great job on this field, playing very disciplined and playing back. I know they're up a point here, but the way that they're choosing their gunfights right now are really peeling Arsenal guys off the field, and Arsenal really has lost all their back players and just have the attack in the Snake 4 and on the other team's side of the Dorito.
Oh, that Seadogs player should have kept running, but wow, what
Still
a
gets
shot.
the kill there, and so only one Arsenal player left against 3.
Well, that Seadogs player definitely.
Oh, and we get a minor on the Seadogs. Oh, no, sorry. It's on Arsenal. Although the refs pull one from Seadogs and then pull one from Arsenal. So I think there was a little bit of confusion there, but either way, Seadogs are going to get that point as they deserve it. So a little bit of paintball justice there. 2-on-1, up a point. Arsenal player fills back to the Dorito 1.
Yeah, number 21 Welts here in the Snake, closing the game out from the Snake side, doing the slow reload.
There you go,
really had it
Welts.
in the bag. So good job there. Good closeout. Good composure from Welts, too, to follow up that amazing move. Identify what was going on with the Snake, moved all the way up into their side of the Snake, and then got that crossfield shot. So,
and that's going to be the big difference on this field is back players that play the discipline game, but then can turn on that switch and play into the chaos. And Welts did that perfectly, going down the Snake side over there to close out the game. And, that game did shake out how it was supposed to. Some deserved penalties, not too many ridiculous shots or deaths. And I got to give it to the Seadogs. They played that game really composed and also went when they needed to. So great, well played by the Seadogs.
absolutely. So a little bit of a ref meeting happening here. We're going to get some clarification of what's going on. So we did have a little bit of a point there where it looked like one player got pulled from each team. So they're trying to work that out right now. But that being said, refs, I mean, they're no joke out here today, right? They're not letting you get away with anything. So again, we have had some crazy penalties though. And like I said, several teams with several penalties and it's like you just seen. So Blast Camp, 5 or 6 penalties that match. That's what cost them the match.
Absolutely.
That was the story of that match.
That
If
is the
Blast
story.
Camp didn't get any penalties that match, that could have been theirs.
Yeah, and I think that everyone, win or lose, going back to their pits, should be going over the things that they could have done better. And at least in Blast Camp's favor, that's a very fixable thing. Hey guys, when you get shot, get off the field, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty simple to fix. there is a very questionable call going over here on the Snake side where some of the Seadogs guys are headed back onto the field, and Arsenal is refusing to play this point because they believe that there should have been a major called on the Seadogs player in the Snake. However, from our perspective, the ref called the penalty on the Arsenal player in the Snake and then pulled the wrong player out of the Snake. There was a miscommunication between the refs, and so 2 players were pulled, 1 from each team, although the penalty looked like it was on the Arsenal player. So
little confusion going on, though, but unfortunately, as bang and action-packed as this field is, there's going to be some confusion sometimes. We've seen it happen even with players shooting their own teammates, right? Someone out there trying to get his six-pack. So it's going to happen. Unfortunately, these are things that we try to avoid. But Arsenal going back on the field now. Looks like Seadogs are getting ready to line up too, getting chronoed. Now, that's another thing too. We have seen people having to re-chrono over and over and over again. The heat is really affecting the markers as well. So
absolutely. And, you know, sometimes with all these coolers out here, you get some pods that are at the top, but they get hot and the paintballs get big. And then the pods at the bottom, the paintballs get small. And so you have a lot of inconsistencies over the chrono. But we're about to start potentially what could be the last point here with Seadogs going all the way to the Snake off the break. And also Arsenal does too, but they finally get shot out of the Snake. So Seadogs with the Snake alone. And Arsenal refills the Snake. So we're all mirrored up. Arsenal with 4, Seadogs with 5 as they lose their Dorito player. So 4-on-4 here.
Good job. Arsenal knows they have to push. They're pushing the center hard. But the Seadogs player here in the Snake, wow, gets a good shot. Questionable shot on the center player. But Arsenal storming down the field now, trying to find that last body, giving him a little extra love in the process and hanging the flag. What a quick one. So that'll make it Arsenal 5, Royal Dogs 6.
And, you know, regardless of how this game shakes out, the Seadogs have done a great job when they've been playing defense. Their offense hasn't been as effective, and so now being up 1 point with almost no time left, that was a huge point for Arsenal right there. Potentially questionable play call on the Seadogs because not only had they been playing great defense, but point spread matters here. Arsenal getting that extra point, regardless if this is a no point, a 1 point loss is better than a 2. Especially with so many teams in the division. And so that was a really good a win for Arsenal there.
Now, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if time's expired, how much time's left, but we only have 1 point separating these two. So with time ticking down, it's definitely going to be this could be the last point we see here. So it's really going to rely on under 60 seconds. Don't get any penalties. Don't give, especially if you're Arsenal, right? Don't give Seadogs the win and vice versa, right? Seadogs are saying don't give Arsenal the tie, right?
100%. Yeah, the tie over everything is what Seadogs should be looking for. If they have the opportunity to win this game and score another point, of course they should. Arsenal also has to be careful here too. You know, this is a good play to send everyone to try to get a point, but you got to have someone sort of play defense in the back there to not give Seadogs this extra point when we're talking about point spread and prelims. And I think that I'm a little worried Arsenal's going to go all for it, and there's going to be those Seadogs guys have been doing a great job as we get a timeout from the Seadogs, which I think is a great timeout to really bring their guys in and say, hey, listen, let's stop a tie over everything. Let's make sure that.
So 1:42 left in the match. So
quite a bit of time.
That's on this field, plenty of time.
Quite a bit of time.
So 6-5, 1 minute 42 seconds left. Really close match so far. Seadogs were looking like they were going to run away with it. Arsenal has clawed and fought their way back, making this a close game. And just going back to what you said, what I'm hoping that Royal City doesn't do is they play too aggressive. They get a penalty trying to close things out, and then next thing you know, Arsenal comes back in this game, it becomes a tie.
Absolutely. And so, if I'm the Seadogs coach right here, I'm saying, overall we're playing for the tie here. So let's go with a breakout that we think we can slow down the press of where we think Arsenal's going to push the field. And as those kills come off, maybe we go for the win, but prevent the tie over everything.
So going back into this game, We have the very important breakout right now for Arsenal, all the way into the Seadog side of the field. Wow, huge breakout right now. Cross-field shots, and he gets one. Does he get two? Oh, he gets one coming out. Oh, and they bunker him. Good job. So in a situation like that, Arsenal went all the way down into Seadog's side of the field.
And
into their
Arsenal
40,
having the snake
gets him.
completely to themselves.
Oh, my goodness. They walked past him. No idea he was even there.
And Arsenal's going to get this point here, although they lose one more player. It looks like it's a 2-on-2. Oh, no, sorry. Seadogs passed Arsenal, the last player, on their side of the field.
There's a Seadogs player on Arsenal's side of the field. He doesn't.
Time finished.
Oh, wow. So, again, in a situation like that, everything a little hectic. So, Arsenal off the break went all the way to the Seadogs 40-yard line, got a kill, but unfortunately they picked him up really quick. They shot him out, and then they swapped the field again as the Doritos side for Seadogs flies down the field and misses the Arsenal's whole snake side.
Yeah, and I have to give a lot of credit to the Seadogs guys because they had a player on the Arsenal side of the field and a player in their back center, and both of those players played to protect the buzzer there. If either one of them had played for themselves,
2 minutes.
tried to over-engage, or gone for the other buzzer, there's a good chance Arsenal would have got that. But because they realized their main goal was to protect the buzzer, they achieved that instead of splitting and losing that extra body in the chaos.
Absolutely. So we are done with this set. Wonderful set we have coming up. Also, WNXL. So stay tuned. I am joined for the next match also by Nick Laval. So thank you so much for your time sticking around. We will be right back after this commercial break live at the NXL Mid-Atlantic Major here on the Premier Field.